If you set out to lose 30 pounds and you lost 26 pounds, technically you failed. That's insane. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the final episode of the Upgrade My Rituals podcast for 2020, of course. My name is Kevin McKellar, your host, as always, and of course, this is the show for solopreneurs and business owners trying to find a little bit more efficiency and productivity and trying to really kind of execute upon that ideal day. Plan out a really, really great day, and when the head hits their pillow, they can actually feel accomplished and satisfied and fulfilled, really, which is the tricky one. So, it's the end of the year. What a year. What I want to do with this episode is I want to talk about a concept that I feel like has been part of my life for a very, very long time. And I also want to go in to some notes, and I want to show you kind of some updates of what's going on. So about a couple weeks ago, I put out a video kind of showing you the back end of the Upgrade My Rituals planner, really, which is called the Ritual Design Planner. And if you're watching this, I have the prototype right here, the first draft. Very, very excited. This will not hit and be open, available for purchase until probably the beginning of February. But I will let you guys know. And if you are looking to pick this up, which really ultimately distills the entire essence of ritual design every single day, laid out in a really easy system for you to use, what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave a link in the show notes. And you can just go over to that link and sign up for a early bird kind of awareness notice, right? So what I am going to do is I'm going to be offering a discount for the first beginning of these these planners. And if you're on that list, you will be notified of all those little details. So I'm really excited about that. It really came out good. I'm pumped. So that's the big news moving forward. What I do want to talk about today and wrap up this year is I want to talk about one word, and I want to talk about how it fits into the micro and the macro of our lives and the productivity we seek. The word is judgment. And I want to talk about first the micro. A lot of times we as people that are invested in developing themselves personally, trying to become a better version of themselves, have high standards. And when we have high standards in ourselves and we don't meet those standards, oftentimes we judge ourselves. We judge ourselves because we didn't, accomplish the goal. We didn't, get there. We didn't do what we set out to do. And a lot of times we forget about the process. The process is 99% of all of this. Going through your day to day, trying, and ultimately through that trying, improving. So if you set out to lose 30 pounds and you lost 26 pounds, technically you failed. That's insane. That's insane because you lost 26 pounds. It's a great accomplishment, right? The problem is not, that you didn't lose 30 pounds. The problem is setting a goal of 30 pounds is really just kind of a bad goal. And that's a whole nother topic for another day, which will be coming up very, very shortly. But really, besides that, it's the judgment on yourself. You can't judge yourself. If you tried, and if you haven't listened to the episode on intentions, I will link that. Really, if you had good intentions and you actually put in the effort and you made some progress, that's great. Now we just have to revise. We don't judge, we revise. We figure out what went wrong and how to get to it the next time, right? Whatever that may be. That's judgment in the micro. That's judgment in how, and that's judgment against yourself. Now, keeping with this micro conversation, judgment against others in the micro. So if you judge people on how they spend their time, if you judge others in how they organize their day, hey, listen, maybe it's a system you don't even know, right? Maybe it's a system you should probably, seek out to learn, whatever that may be. And maybe it's just you're not seeing things from their shoes, right? And getting perspective from their life. Now, again, we're kind of jumping around from judgment of yourself and actually judging others. Either way, it's a rough word. I think the reason why I wanted to even have this conversation is because of a couple things. When we look at this year objectively in societal standards, what constitutes as a, who had it worse this year, right? Like, who had a bad year? Objectively, I had a really bad year. I'm not going to go into the details today, but like objectively, from society, I'm up there with like possibly the worst year of my life. Maybe there might be I can't even think about it. Yeah, another word, but yeah, like maybe the worst year of my life. I mean, so far, definitely, of course. I'm just talking about in its entirety. Definitely worst year of my life. But I can't judge others for their anxiety and their stress throughout this year. If they had the worst year ever, and it was just because, they couldn't get their hair dyed as often as they like to, or, they didn't get their bonuses this year from work, I can't judge that. I can't judge that because I am not them. I can't live from their perspective. I don't know what that means to them, right? And at the same time, I can't judge them because I also don't really know their whole story, right? Just because I hear something, on the line in the supermarket or whatever, I don't know what they're really, you know what I mean? Because I don't really know what's going on at home. It could be way worse, whatever. That's number one. Number two, I also can't judge people because I know, as bad as I had it this year, there are so many other people who have actually had it even worse. And I know if you haven't listened back to a few of my episodes, like you kind of get more context if you listen to Taking a Break and know what I'm talking about here. You just don't know what people are going through. And I think it's really important to keep the judgment of others and yourself in check moving into 2021. From as microscopic as how you judge yourself, of how you accomplish, your plan for the day or your schedule, or the macro of, am I good enough? Is he good enough? Is she a good enough friend? Is he a good enough father? I don't have time to judge other people. I don't even have time to judge myself, let alone others. I'm too busy. I'm busy working. I'm busy making things. I'm busy, crafting a new road for all this stuff in here, right? Because there's a lot going on here. In my head, there's so much going on, and I want to share that with you. I want to develop that, and like I said, over the last, year or two, I've been developing that into a system. I'm so happy that it's taken a physical form now, which is awesome. I wish you all the best. I wish that 2021 is going to be the best year of your life. I wish nothing but good things for you. And I hope that if you didn't have a good 2020, that at least 2021 is somewhat better, because that's all we can ask for. We can't ask for amazing. We can ask for incrementally better. I have this feeling, though, it's going to be a couple of steps better. That's just my observation and my prediction. So on that note, ladies, gentlemen, thank you so much. What I am going to do in the next week, I'm not going to be putting out another episode, but I am going to be holding a live training. And I'm not exactly sure of what these dates are going to be, but I'm going to be doing a 3-day live workshop. And I'm going to put all the details. When I have all of the details set, I will go back into these show notes and set them up. So if you don't see them right away when this airs, come back in a couple of days, probably in the beginning of the last week of December. I'm going to have everything set where I'm going to be doing a live training of walking you through what ritual design actually is from bottom to top and how you're actually going to be able to use it inside the planner. So I'm going to be, like I said, walking you from setting your quarterly goals the right way, right? All the way down through the month and the weeks and the reviews, all the way down to how do we structure our routines throughout our every single day. The AM routine, the BW routine, AW, and PM. Finding your actuator, finding your clog. Do you need a variable routine? What is the keystone routine? Really, really cool stuff. All that stuff that's laid out in the Ritual Design Planner. So guys, thank you so much for being with me and listening. And I'm really, really excited. And I wish you all the best. And I will catch you next year on the Upgrade My Rituals podcast.